Alright, I was thinking about it, and I really haven't done much with the Synology Disk Station yet. There's actually, you can see what I did with my system here. Ignore the messy desk, please. Put the LED fans on the side and the cold cathode on the top. You get that cool little red coming out the top there. The only problem is, I don't know if you can see it, right there, that red line going across, there's a little gap between the top and the case, but I don't feel like fixing that now. But anyway, the Synology Disk Station is right here. I got it hiding in the corner pretty much, and then these external USB drives that plug right into it, and you can copy through the web interface anything that's on them directly to your RAID, or the other way around. So if you got a friend that's 100 miles away and they want a file that you have on there, they can log in and copy it to a thumb drive if they wanted to, and then they can just come over and pick it up, or you can mail it to them, or they can even just download it from the web if they wanted to, if you got a fast enough connection. But I'm going to go through the OS a little bit and give you an idea what it looks like. It's basically just Linux with a pretty interface on it, and it works really well. Pretty impressed with it. So I'll do a little screen capture of that and then throw it onto this video. Alright, here is the Synology Web Interface. I named mine Deep Space Nine because I'm working on the Star Trek theme for my network. And you just log in here with your admin user and password. Hopefully that's the right one. And you get this web desktop. Now you want to go to this, it tells you everything in the setup on how to get here. But one of the first things you want to do is set up a couple of users, and it's under this menu here. It's like the start menu. Just go to control panel, and they make it look pretty familiar, so you're not too lost even if you've never done anything like this before. And you see a list of my users here. Of course, you got me, my girlfriend, and then we got I made one specifically for my streaming media box that I have on my TV. So we'll just go ahead and create a new one. You just type in a name. It's pretty. And the email will send notifications to once you get the mail server set up. I don't use it because I don't care. And that's just a password. You sign them and use your account. Let's see. Let's leave it at that. And then you give them access to different shares that you may have already created. We'll just do that one. And then where to set their home directory if you want them to have a quota. Let's give them a quota of 10 gig. And then what applications you want them to have access to. This has to do with the package manager, package center. I don't want them to have access to anything except for file station and audio station. Audio station works really good, but I noticed there are, if you're using the mobile app for Android at least, some of the stuff it just won't play. I don't know why. If it's a regular old MP3, it'll play just fine, but if you got a, I don't know if it's WMA or the, what's that other one, Open OG or whatever it is, it doesn't want to seem to play that, and I don't know why. Give it a speed limit. We don't want it, we don't care. And then it gives you an overview. Just hit apply. Now, that user should be able to log into the web interface. Log out. And we'll have access to the desktop. And it'll like then it'll give you yeah, you want to do that. It'll let you see what's. I don't know if this works over the web or not. If it does, it'd be pretty cool. But it'll give you your drives from your local machine. It shows you the home directory, something in there obviously, and then the public. That's pretty much all there is to that. The user should also be able to log in using standard Windows shares like / the name or through the network control panel, as long as you have the sharing enabled. Yep. And they have their own photo station. Now, one thing I noticed with the photo station, I'll have to log back into the admin here. It really makes me mad. I have to figure out what's going on with it. When you set it up initially, it sets it so that there's just one giant photo station. Like if you have 5 users, all 5 users will be using the same photo station. Where then that's really what most, if it's just you, that's really not what you want. Or it'll be fine. But if you're using like for your family or for your work or whatever, and you're using photo station, you don't want everyone to be putting all the photos in the same place most of the time. To change that, go into the settings and you check this box here. It says enable. That's not it. Where's it at? Allow you. No, I'll have to find it. User accounts. That's not it either. There's a place where you enable specific user accounts. I thought it was right here. Oh, that was it. Enable personal photo station service. So now, in order to get to their personal, you would type in, I don't think you can see my address bar, but you type in your, I'll just type it in here. Like for example, mine, if I want to go to mine, it would be HTTP DS9, oh, well, let me type slashes, and then a tilde red rage, and that'll take you to my directory, and then you just put photo at the end of it. I don't know where to let me type it in at. But yeah, that made me upset for a while trying to figure that out. And you just want to make sure you use GSM accounts. That way it's all in one place. Photo Station also has its own blog, and you access it the same way. We'll go into the package center here so you can see which applications you can install. Here are the ones I have installed. I have the audio station. I really don't use it that often, but it's nice when I want to. Download station. It's basically a BitTorrent client that's installed on the Synology. It's great for when you want to start downloading, like say, I'm downloading the Slackware DVD. So yeah, if it's going slow and I don't want to shut my system down, my computer down, I can, and it will still download from the Synology wherever I want it to. So that's nice. The Cloud Station is basically just Dropbox, but it's personal. It's pretty nice. Photo Station, we went through that in the antivirus. It works. It hasn't caught anything yet, so I can't tell you how well it works, but it's been out of the way, so I like it. Directory server, you can set up a DHCP server if your router doesn't have one or if you don't trust it. Mail server, I'm just avoiding that just to be on the safe side. Mail Station, I don't know, I was thinking about giving it a go, see how it works, and probably just uninstall it. Media server, if you wanted something to stream to your Xbox, for example, you can set that up through here without having to set it up on your computer. Surveillance Station, that's for IP cameras. everything I've seen, it looks really nice. I'm actually probably going to get an IP camera just to try it out. Syslog server, VPN, backups, video station. I haven't messed with that because I haven't found a mobile app for it yet. iTunes, I avoid Apple iTunes and all that as much as I can. So I haven't messed with it. These third-party applications, there's quite a few of them, mostly web-based it looks like. Install them if you like them, great. If you don't, ignore them like I do pretty much. But the ones you most likely will definitely want to get are the Cloud Station, the Photo Station, and probably the antivirus. If you got a lot of people on there you don't really trust, you might want to throw it on there. Like I said, I'm not really sure how well it works, but the worst case is it picks up a false positive and it's gone, I guess. Making shares is extremely easy. That'd be how most people would be using this. You just go into shared folders. It gives you a list, and you'll have your user homes. And then you probably want to create a new one. Just give it a name, description. If you want it to have in a recycle bin. If it's a public, you probably do. If it's a private, you probably do. Yeah, that's it for that. You can enable file indexing. I leave it alone because I usually have an idea where everything's at, but you can if you want. If you want to use your Windows access list, you can. I don't, because I don't like Windows. And once you got it, you just hit OK. It'll ask you for if you want to get permissions to. Read write is basically full control. No access. I don't even think they can see it. Advanced privileges. You can make it so it doesn't show up in the network listing. Like if you just go / your Synology system in Windows, it won't show this share in there. It's basically a hidden share. But if you type it in directly, it'll take you right there. Excuse me. And you'll see it listed here. You can always come in and change stuff. It's real easy to do. There's a function I didn't know about, empty all recycle bins. Probably want to do that once in a while if you got, like say if you're using it at a business and you got photos everywhere and people clean them up daily. So you're deleting 102 meg photos every day, it throws them all into the recycle bin. If you do it once a week, that's a gig and a half of stuff. Yeah, in the big scheme of things, chances are you got a 4 to 10 terabyte system, so that gig and a half isn't that much. But if you don't do it at all, eventually you're going to end up with a lot of wasted space, and it's going to take a long time for it to clean up. So if you just do it once a week or so, in that situation, it won't take too long to do, and you save space. The Cloud Station is pretty amazing. You just enable it, get a quick ID, you connect to it, you're done. And then you install the software on your computer. Oops, I didn't enable hers. Excuse me. You install the software on your computer. It creates a like a My Documents in your list, and you just save stuff there. It gets copied to the Synology, usually pretty quickly, and then you can access it from any other computer you have Cloud Station on, real quick. I'm impressed. On the local network, it is blazingly fast. Of course, it beats Dropbox like you would not believe. But over the internet, it does slow down. It's basically the speed of your internet. If you got a real fast upload connection, for example, mine is I think 2 meg. yeah, it's pretty quick, but it would be a lot better if it was 10 or 10 meg upload. So situations like that, Dropbox might be better off for you if you're doing a lot of stuff mobile. But if almost everything you do is local, then it's great. You'll love it. Probably going kind of fast here. Talking fast anyway. Let's see if there's anything else here. Storage manager. This is also pretty important. It gives you the health of your RAID. I have 3 2TB Western Digital green drives, and of course they're formatted a little lower than that. Gives you a list of your drives. For some reason I bought 3 of the same drive, and I got one that was different. Don't know why. Works just great. I don't care. You can do the smart info. I don't think I've done that yet. Yeah, there you go. Now the one thing with the green drives is your load cycle count does go crazy. I didn't know this before I installed it, but there is a utility from Western Digital that if you plug it into your system, run this utility, you can change it so that you don't get very many of these. It really doesn't affect the performance or longevity of the system. It's just an annoying number that will keep counting. That's what Western Digital said, so I haven't worried about it. I didn't want to break my RAID to fix it. But if something like that bothers you, before you install the greens, plug it into your computer. I think it's WD idle or something like that. I think it's on the Synology forums. If you search there, they have for the WD idle. You'll find a lot of information on it. And then the disk info gives you information on your disk. It's pretty important to keep an eye on these. It'll help you keep an eye on the health of your RAID. Now the nice thing with one of the big reasons I went with Synology was because of their HyperGrade. Basically, I can put in, as you saw, I have the 3 2TB drives. I could put in any drive in there, because I have one more spot left. I could put a 2TB, a 1TB, a 3TB, or a 4TB, and it will automatically, so I'm told, automatically extend my RAID to that disk. So if I put another 2TB in, it'll automatically make it a 4-disk RAID and give me around 6 TB of storage with 1 parity. If I put a 3TB drive in, I'm trying to do math in my head, I think it'll be about the same, and then I would have 1 TB of wasted. If I put a 1 TB in, it'll extend it to about 5 TB of storage with 2 TB of parity. How well does it work? I don't know. I haven't had to use it yet. But as far as failure goes, I guess it works the same as RAID 5. So it's basically just RAID 5 with Synology's hybrid junk. So I just pull the drive out, RMA, get a new one, and throw it in. And hope I don't have another failure in between. I also think, I haven't confirmed this, there's my phone, I haven't confirmed this, but if I plug in a 4TB drive now, okay, I think I lose basically 2 TB of that. Yeah, I think 2 TB would be unusable, but I can also pull out a 2 TB and then put another 4 TB in, and then slowly upgrade as time permits, as I see sales or what have you. So that is a nice feature. Whenever I see a sale, I can get a 4 TB or a 3 TB drive and start the upgrade process. Yeah, I won't have it all available to me right away, but when I could do staged upgrades. Just a nice little feature I like. I'm not 100% sure if I can do that with RAID 5 or not, but I know I could do it with Synology, and the interface for it is so simple. Really, a caveman can do it. Over here to the right, you got just your basic desktop thing. Basically gives you a quick idea of what you're using. Nothing too exciting. but nice at a glance when you log in as your admin user. And then you see here, it's like a status bar. I don't know what that does. Now you gotta search your user account. This notifications tell me that power went out yesterday, and then your USB disks. Now it does have 3 USB drives, or USB ports. I'm not sure if you can put a hub in there and add more, but I haven't needed more than 3 yet. One of my initial complaints with the Synology was that the green drives were clicking. It turns out I was full of it. It was my USB drive that was clicking. So if you hear me say anything about that, it wasn't the drives, it was the USB. And it also has a ESATA. When I got it, I thought that I could plug another Synology 412 and expand it, just expand the array that way. It doesn't look like I can do that. It doesn't look like the 412 Plus has an expansion option right now, which is kind of a shame. But for my home network, if I need more than 4 terabytes of storage or 4 drive bays, I'm in trouble. So it's okay for home, but if you're using it for a business, you probably want to get one that's a little bit bigger, or that has better expansion options than the 412 Plus. Regardless, it's still a nice, a nice little box. Let's see if there's anything real quick I want to show you. The network, setting that up was a breeze. It supports DHCP real well. The dynamic DNS works real quickly too. Synology has their own, and I just use that, and it's pretty easy. It has SNMP. I haven't used it yet, but I think I am going to try that out later on today or sometime this week. Terminal, like I said, it's just Linux. Enable SSH. You can SSH right in and use WinSCP or change configs. I don't suggest you do it unless you know what you're doing, but it is a real nice option. There's dynamic DNS, web services, directories, groups. Right now I got a demo group, administrators, and users. It appears that if you set up a new account, it's always going to be in a users group. It's kind of annoying, but whatever. WebDAV, FTP, and NFS. Enable your work group. Again, mine's Starfleet because I'm going for the Star Trek theme. Pretty self-explanatory. I should probably turn that off since I'm not using it. But whatever. And I don't know what this is, so let's check it out. Oh, apparently you can give it other names and such. That is pretty cool. Syslog, Media Index, Network, yep, and VPN. I'll have to check that out later on. But that's a quick overview of me rambling and the DSM, Disk Station Management System. It's really nice. It's one of the best ones I've ever seen. And like I said, it is so easy. Pretty much anyone can set it up. Well, I shouldn't say that. Anyone that has a little bit of knowledge on networking should be able to set it up without too much of an issue. Alright, I hope you liked it, and if you do like it, go ahead and please hit the like, or if you really want to, you could hit subscribe. I don't care, really, if you subscribe or not, but a like would be nice. Or even a dislike. Hey, I'll take them too. Alright, thank you, and I hope you found it useful.